Hello, I am Mr. C. Laneous, reviewer of the Miscellaneous. In the 1950s, an in-name-only medical expert called Seuss wrote a book about the post-war occupation of Japan. I'm not even joking! This book is actually about the post-war occupation of Japan! And Seuss is actually pronounced Seuss! But that's not what we're talking about today. We're looking at the 1970 Chuck Jones cartoon version that was one of many Dr. Seuss-based TV specials at the time. So how's the adaptation of this book? Shall we find out? Let's take a look. Don't worry, I'm not gonna rhyme throughout the whole review. In the jungle of Newell, Horton the elephant hears a strange small noise that seems to be coming from nowhere.
He looked and he looked.
Wait, did those leaves just creak?
He looked and he looked.
Okay, I guess leaves are made out of wood in the jungle of Newell.
Some sort of a person of a very small size. Too small to be seen by my elephant's eyes.
Is it me, or does he sound kinda like an upscale Winnie the Pooh?
Haven't thought of anything, have you? No, neither have I.
You know what I think? I suspect that there must be something alive on that small speck of dust.
Well, okay then. Sorry to interrupt, Horton. Continue speaking to the fourth wall.
I should save him, because after all, a person's a person, no matter how small.
Horton saves the dust speck and places it safely on a clover, only for our antagonist to appear.
It was Jane Kangaroo, and the small kangaroo in her pouch said,
Too. Why, that speck is as small as the head of a pin. A person on that? There never has been.
These extra big ears of mine heard him, quite clearly.
Horton, I've known you 12 years in the jungle of Newell.
I love how the small kangaroo is laying back there. He's totally all, like a boss, too.
Something has got to be done about you. And something's precisely what I'm going to do.
And the small kangaroo in her pouch said,
Me too.
Horton manages to make contact with the voice, who explains what's going on.
What are you, anyhow? Not what, sir. I'm a who. A who? You're a who? Yes, a who.
That's whose name?
Yes.
Well, go ahead and tell me.
Who?
The guy on first.
Who?
The first base.
Who is on first? I am Dr. H. Hoovy, professor of science. I've worked 50 years on my whoscope appliance to prove to the people who live in this place there are worlds beyond ours, like yours, out in space. But the people down here don't believe me. They don't.
That's perfectly right, Doc. We don't and we won't. Phooey to Hoovy! Old Hoovy's a jerk!
Who person? I don't think jerk is the right word here. I mean, maybe something like idiot, or dumbass, or dumb who, cause this is a family show, but jerk has a different meaning that doesn't fit this situation. Actually, you're being quite a jerk right now. As Horton and Dr. Hoovy form a loyal friendship, Jane has local bird Mrs. Tucanella spread gossip about Horton and the speck.
This is highly confidential. This is just between us two, but Mrs. Tucanella told me Horton's talking to a who.
And now we've reached that one element present from every Dr. Seuss cartoon of this era. The songs! These are the songs that tend to be kinda enjoyable in the moment, but afterwards, they won't leave your head. And it's not the kind where you don't mind too much, no. These are the kind that torture you until you're but a hair away from going insane!
Mrs. Tucanella told me that he's manic and depressive, retrogressive and recessive, and progressively, excessively, possessively, aggressive.
Now there's a joke I really want to make here, but I doubt many of you will get it. Now what the hell? It's my show and I just can't pass up this joke.
Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheek, 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 talk a lot, pick a little more, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk, cheek, 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 talk a lot, pick a little more.
Meanwhile, down in Whoville, Dr. Hoovy sits in his tower, sadly listening to the ridicule of all the other Whos. Logic questions. Is Dr. Hoovy the only one who could tell earlier that the planet was in danger? How did these people not notice? In fact, maybe should they have noticed instead of him, seeing as he's sitting alone up in a tower while they're all out there? How could Hoovy tell they were in danger? Has the planet never been in danger before? Are these really the same Whos the Grinch lived by? Because, I mean, in there they were pretty much the best people ever, but here they're total a-holes. So Jane brings in the mischievous Wickersham brothers, who are convinced that Horton is trying to overthrow their government. What? Oh, at least they get what's probably the best song in the cartoon.
We're the Wickersham brothers. We're on to your plot, pretending you're talking to Whos who are not.
So the Wickershams steal the clover and hand it off to a nasty eagle as Horton follows in hot pursuit.
Dr. Hoovy, fasten your seatbelts. Tie yourself down. I don't understand. What is a seatbelt?
Play that again?
What is a seatbelt?
I am so sorry for you. The eagle drops the clover in a clover patch, leaving Horton to search through millions and millions of clovers. Eventually he manages to find Whoville, which has suffered terribly from the fall.
Dr. Hoovy, you were absolutely right.
You warned us, and you warned us, but we didn't see the light. The things you told us all were true. If we only knew. Just tell us what we have to do.
What to do? I wish I knew.
For almost 2 days you've run wild and insisted on talking with persons who've never existed. So, with the help of the Wickersham brothers and dozens of Wickersham uncles and Wickersham cousins and Wickersham in-laws whose help I've engaged, you're going to be roped and you're going to be caged.
He's going to be roped, he's going to be caged. Horton the elephant's going to be caged. He's going to be roped, he's going to be
And
caged.
as for your dust speck, that we will boil in a hot steaming kettle of diesel nut oil.
Gee, that's kinda needlessly harsh, isn't it?
Boil that dust speck, boil that dust speck, boil that dust speck. Boil, 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 boil. Hazelnut, 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 boil.
Okay, people of the internet, I am begging you. Somebody please take that song and make a remix out of it.
You very small persons will not have to die if you make yourselves heard.
We are here, we are here, we are here.
Dr. Hoovy leads the Whos in their attempt to be heard through another weak song, but Jane and the Wickershams still can't hear them. Horton asks Hoovy if anyone isn't doing their part in the noise-making, and sure enough, Hoovy finds a small brat named Jojo, who's totally oblivious to and uncaring about the danger.
Come on, boy, you're needed.
He grabbed the young twerp and he raced with the lad toward the Eiffelberg Tower, telling him, "This is your town's darkest hour." Thus he spoke as he climbed. Then he got to the top. Then the doctor said, "Make a yip. Make a yop."
I just don't know, sir. I never have tried.
Why are you so calm and unconcerned right now when your entire planet is mere seconds away from destruction?
You better try soon, or you're going to be fried.
Well, sir, I think I'll try, a yip.
Just get on with it!
Second thought, sir, I think I'll try a yop.
Oh my god! Make up your mind and do this shit, you little piece of scum!
Yeah. Yop!
We're here, we're here, we're here, we're here.
That yop, that one small extra yop, put it over. Finally, at last, from that speck on that clover, their voices were heard, ringing clear through the air.
They are there! They are there! They are there!
The people had spoken, no matter how small, and their whole world was saved by the smallest of all.
No, Mr. Narrator. I think you mean the worst of all.
Oh, be kind to your small person friends. Every who may be somebody's mother. Be kind to any who on every speck. Any one of them might likely be your brother.
Never play that again. And so Whoville is saved and everyone lives happily ever after. Or so they think.
Oh, no.
What a twist!
Oh, be kind to your small person friends.
Damn it!
Every
Oh my god, how am I gonna get those freaking songs out of my head? Oh, thank you, Thing.
He's the biggest blame fool in the jungle of Nool. 'Cause he's talking to a speck, to a speck of dust. Blame fool in the jungle of Nool.
And that was Horton Here's a Who. What do I think? Thank you for watching. Hope to see you again in the myths.